Yo, and welcome back to the Banter Boys podcast. My name is Sanji. With me is Ryan. How you doing, boy?
Yo, I am, I don't know. Weird weekend, man.
Yeah, been a weird weekend.
I think I'm okay.
Yeah.
Just okay.
You didn't do the welcome.
I know. It's that bad of a weekend. I'm downplaying it.
Yeah.
I think the Banter Boys shit the bed this weekend. That's okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's been one of those weekends where, real life takes over and you realize how silly this game is and can't be upset about fantasy, man. It's just
That's
a game,
fair.
right?
Yeah.
It was just a weird, unpredictable weekend so far. It's not done yet. I mean, time stamping this. This is Sunday evening, Sunday afternoon where you are, Ryan. We're doing the whole, waiver pod plus regular pod thing again. It's not like a hard promise, but it's just like if time manages, we'll do two separate pods. Congestion time, we'll probably just do mini pod and then like a long ass pod after like the 3 game weeks in 1 week sort of thing. We've just got a lot going on in our own lives, but at the same time we're still committed to giving you guys content to the best of our ability. So yeah, gonna be a short one, purely waivers. I should do a social plug still. I think last time we did this, I did the plug at the end and I was just like, yeah, fucking follow us. So I'll let Ross do his thing right here.
Yeah, for sure. So you can message us on Twitter and Instagram. Our handles at BanterB. On Discord in the Draft PL channel, Banter Boys #6585. On Reddit, /Banter_boys. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, SoundCloud, and YouTube, all under the name of Banter Boys.
All right. So hopefully, you've listened to us. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, please hit that like button. Please hit that follow button. It really helps us out massively to keep growing the channel, keep growing the brand, etc. We truly appreciate your support regardless. As mentioned earlier, we're gonna just be discussing waiver options for the Tuesday waiver wire for Game Week 14. Right. Obviously the game week's not done, so we're not going to talk about Fulham or Wolves assets in this one. I'll probably touch on that on regular pod with one of our guests. We're going to have maybe an old face if you've listened to the last one that we had. But we're going to have our Inside Tracks rep, John, Aston Villa rep specifically. And he's going to be able to jump on the regular pod with me as Ryan is busy this week with other commitments. So yeah, I think I've waffled on long enough. Let's jump straight into it with goalkeepers.
All right.
You know what's funny? Like, Robbie listened to this waiver pod stuff and he was like, why are you starting with goalkeepers? I was like, if I end with goalkeepers, no one's going to wait until the end of the fucking podcast. So
Yeah, nobody wants goalkeepers, man. Goalkeepers were an interesting one this game week, though. Like, there were very few goalkeeper points on offer.
Yeah, I think I got negative points with one of my goalies. So.
I think I got 0. We did plug Ramsdale. He did all right. But
yeah, got his clean sheet. Well, I test wise. He was dreadful.
Yeah, he was horrible. Man, Raya's safe.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I feel it for him after listening to that interview, and he talks about like him being able to concentrate and stuff like that. But goddamn, I didn't think it was gonna be that bad, bro.
Yo, and like, okay, nerves. Okay, the first one we'll excuse you, but it was constant errors.
Yeah. I remember, like, at the end of the game, like, I think he caught the ball or something like that, and 3 Arsenal defenders basically surrounded him, patting him on his back. It was just like, that little kid on the playground, like, are you okay, buddy? Like, yeah. I mean, it's good for his confidence, but, yeah, I mean, he's not a shout anymore.
No, definitely not. Kaminsky, though, coming into his own.
Man, we talked about him, right?
Yeah.
Like, for a while now, we're like, this guy's just, like, ticking along with points. And I mean, Look at fucking Luton, bro. Luton getting results. Like,
Right?
come on.
At home,
Get in.
I back them at home to be more solid than away. But just like he's gotten, I think, just under 38 points in the last 3 game weeks or so.
Yeah. He's basically been averaging 8 points, just over 8 points per game. Last 3 game weeks, I think.
3 or 4. Probably 4.
3. Let's not go 4 because it gets worse.
Fair enough.
But yeah, last 3 game weeks, 9 points, 5.5, 10. Conceded in all the games.
Yeah, and then right below Flecken, I think.
Yeah. I mean, Flecken came back and he's a player again. I'm still a bit skeptical, but I know you're an owner / believer.
I dropped. I think I own Neto now. I rotate goalkeepers way too much, and it's annoying, but I do own him in one form of fantasy somewhere.
I mean, it's not a bad option this week, right? Like,
no, the fixtures change.
Yeah, I mean, those are the 2 options we've got on our list, along with Fotheringham, 18% owned. Like, all 3 of these guys, Fotheringham, Kaminsky, Flecken, under 40% owned at the moment. And funny enough, like, Flecken faces Kaminsky at home, and Fotheringham is away to Burnley. So, like, it's somewhat decent fixtures for all of them, really.
Yeah. I think I'd even throw in, what's his name, Trafford into this list just this game week.
Possibly, but I'm sure Burnley will find a way to concede.
Yeah, fair. They were a bit better like this weekend. Marginally.
Took the lead and then lost
Yeah.
Real shit.
Annoyingly, they lost it to Suchek too, man.
Yeah. I mean, like, given that, 14 is kind of like the eve of the 3 game week stretch or whatever in 1 week.
Yep.
If I list off the fixtures of the players that we've got listed, so like Brentford has Luton at home, Brighton away, Sheffield away. Luton Kaminsky has Brentford away, Arsenal at home, Man City at home. And then Sheffield United's Fotheringham has Burnley away, Liverpool at home, Brentford at home. I mean, I know we talk about like, tough fixtures you should avoid, but to me, goalkeepers, tough fixtures mean saves, right?
Agreed. Especially if they're like, depending on home and away, I also factor in a lot more with goalkeepers.
Yeah, and Kaminsky's 2 hard home games, Arsenal at home, Man City at home. So maybe that's the positive for him in that sense.
Yeah, could be.
And like Fotheringham's Liverpool fixture is at home as well.
Right. So
if you had to like rate 3 of them though, what are you doing?
So I was not going to say that same thing. I probably do lean Flecken first. But I expect very few points to come in on that Sheffield game in particular.
Is it because like Brentford's just a better team in that sense? Is that why you're backing?
I think so. And I don't think they're that solid enough that they wouldn't give up chances.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I played Neto versus Sheffield to this game week. Got 1 goal against, 1 save. So like net 0. I don't expect any points versus Sheffield at all. Oh yeah, net 0. Neto got it.
That's brilliant.
That is though unplanned.
As are most things on this podcast. So
yeah. Like this pod today. But yeah, I like Flecken except for that Sheffield fixture. I guess second behind that is Kaminsky. Last Fotheringham.
Yeah, cool. All right, let's move on now to defenders then. We've got a few names here listed. Where do you want to start?
Since we talked of Kaminsky, let's just stick Luton. So you asked me this question last game week, right?
Yeah.
If you would rather a player like Lockyer or a City defender, right? And I said it's a tough choice. It's hard to say because Lockyer could easily get you like a double-digit score and concede a few. Whereas City, once they concede, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Despite that advice, which was good advice, I went and rostered Emerson Royale. Jesus, that was horrible. Negative 3.5 or something. Oh, 2.5. Okay. Not as bad, but that's horrible still. Whereas Lockyer gets positive 8, right?
Yeah, he would have beaten all the City defenders if Ake didn't get his assist.
Yeah, exactly. So I lost my matchup by about 10 or 12 points. That alone is a 10-point swing. Like, that alone could have really made my matchup competitive. Anyway, speaking of the Luton boys, Mengio, what is happening?
Yeah, is that his first goal of the season, I think? I think so. Our first attack and return in general.
Right.
Look, it's it's a weird one. Like, Menji's there at 1%, Bell is there at 4%. I think Bell came back from a long-term injury as well, finally.
Yeah, he did well, though.
Yeah. I mean, if I have to maybe rate those boys right now, it's probably going to be Lockyer, Bell, and Menji.
Probably, yeah. I agree with that. Is Kabori out long term?
He apparently had some concussion thing during international break, was like unconscious on the field and shit like that. So I think they're just being like, you know,
Cautious, I guess.
with him,
Okay.
and you know, concussion protocol, that sort of stuff. But the thing is, like, Bell plays left wing back, right? So that's why I'm going him instead of Menji as like the second choice over there.
Right.
But yeah, man, like it goes back to the point of defenders that have shit to do will probably get more points than, you know, the City ones that have nothing to do.
Agreed. Like Royale today didn't have shit to do for the majority of the game and conceded 2 damn goals. But
he also played centre back, so I don't know if
did.
that has something to do with it.
Yeah, he did. Davies still ghosted fine enough.
Yeah.
I do like Lockyer though. He just puts up. He has a high floor, I guess. So I agree with your ranking.
Yeah.
Lockyer is definitely top of the list there.
I mean, it's probably a bad time to be grabbing Luton defenders right now. Like we mentioned, their fixture run, right?
Yeah, true.
But coming back after that, maybe it's someone that we should kind of consider as a streamer. Like, forget about the team that they play for, etc., for like a second, and look at the points. Like, it's there.
Yep.
I mean, you talked about Davies 50% owned. I think he's definitely someone that you need to grab. I don't think we need to talk about it too much, other than the fact that maybe be cautious about, you know, the coming game, because it's away to Man City and they could probably get pummeled.
Right. I mean, they're so open right now. That game was like
fun to watch.
Fireworks in the first 20 minutes. Anything could have happened.
Yeah.
Very fun to watch.
Yeah. Let's talk about Lindelof real quick.
Yo, he would have won me my matchup. I watched him, annoyingly ignored him. But I found Everton was showing form, so I was like, you know what? This is not the week for United.
Yeah, but I think it's one of those game state things. Like, if Garnacho doesn't score that screamer bicycle kick.
Yes, absolutely. And Everton missed so many damn chances. Like,
yeah.
Not taking away from Onana's performance or anything, but yeah, it's exactly what you're saying. I think Shaw also coming back into the lineup helps a lot.
Definitely helps them, yeah. The thing is, you're going into a couple of tough fixtures as well, right? Newcastle away is not going to be easy. Chelsea at home, that's a very unpredictable one, to be honest.
Yeah.
So just on those alone, is Lindelof really a pickup at this point? I don't know.
It might be a bit too late, right? Because 3 clean sheets in a row, maybe not now. Yeah. I do feel like United are happy to try to be a bit more solid and grind out those like 1-0 wins which they were doing.
Yeah.
I mean, I still felt like today kind of felt that way, a grind too.
Yeah.
So maybe in that sense, I'm not too against it, but yeah, you could always suss it out, see how the next few game weeks go.
And see how both teams in Europe, right? Manchester
Yes.
United and Newcastle kind of pan out. I mean, now that we've kind of mentioned Newcastle, they've still got a few defenders under 40% owned or so. Lascelles is dead on 40%, Livermento 39%, Hall 28%. Hall didn't play obviously because parent club stuff versus Chelsea. Liver got a decent 6.5 after conceding a goal. Lascelles scored shit, but his goal saved him.
Yep.
So would it be fair in rating them maybe Hall, Livermento, Lascelles? But it's funny that order is probably the opposite of nailedness as well.
Correct. Yeah. Point potential is that order, or probably Liver Hall. I don't know. Like Liver and Hall are close, but Lascelles last.
Yeah.
But nailedness, Lascelles is the captain, right? Botman,
Yeah.
no definitive timeline. So I'm shocked he's still just 40% owned, to be honest.
Yo, didn't Hall get like an attacking return last time he played for Chelsea versus United? For some reason, I feel like we recorded end of last season. I think United beat Chelsea badly or something. And Hall, like, even though conceded a bunch of goals, was like, on FPL alone, was like close to the bonus or some shit like that.
Okay. Maybe.
I don't know, but maybe.
It sounds familiar. It does sound familiar.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, again, see how Champions League plays out, and then you might be able to decide how these guys kind of roll out in that sense as well. Like, you know, if Livermento gets like the 90 in midweek, he might not start on the weekend, sort of thing. I
Right.
don't know.
Yeah, it is one to monitor. Annoyingly, it'd be good to handcuff both, like get Hall and Liver, but then they swapped at halftime last game, right? So you can't even depend on that.
Yeah.
But agreed. I'd monitor UCL first and see how it goes.
Who do you want to talk about next?
Your boy, Baldock.
It might have been a one-off game, but Burnley away isn't a bad fixture either.
Yeah, true. Very true.
Plays wing back, ability to get forward. Like
His cross was great, yo.
I mean, in his heyday, he was a talent, man, to own in Fantrax.
Yeah.
Like, he used to ghost well, every now and then get an attack return. It's one of those 6-pointer clashes against Burnley, so...
True. I mean, he also got a yellow card this game week and still, like, take away the assist, right? He still did very well despite the yellow card and conceding. So...
Could be a 1-week wonder. I'm not holding on after that.
Fair.
Yeah.
2% own, right? So...
Yeah, for a reason, I think.
I guess. Bournemouth, though, we did say we're turning around their form. They looked good last time. They look good again.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of smashed Sheffield.
Yeah.
Thoughts on the Bournemouth defenders?
You got Senesi 2% owned, Smith 0% owned. My only concern is, like, I know Villa are shit away. But now after beating Spurs on the road, I don't know if this is like some sort of like catalyst for them to do well on the road now, up against Bournemouth. Like, I wouldn't be like chasing Bournemouth defenders right now, I think, to get points for me. I'm just saying it's like, it's an option for like maybe later on. Like, I'm thinking maybe around like 17 to 19 where they have like Luton home, Forest away, Fulham at home. Okay. I know they got points recently, these guys, but I feel like there's other options that we should be eyeing up. I still put them down because, I mean, they scored points, so they're worth mentioning.
Senesi, you put down. I put down Smith just because I just wanted to shout a zero hero for the first time in a long time.
Yeah, fair play.
And he's getting the start. If he gets the start again, I could see him getting attacking returns, but agreed, it's not one to back in neither of these. But Senesi goes well, right? Like,
yeah, he does. Tomoyasu. Ben White came back as a sub this week. Yeah, he subbed on.
Okay, I wasn't sure of his status.
So, like, that's my concern about grabbing Tomiyasu at 29% owned. Is now I'm a little concerned between him, Zinch, and White rotating.
Right. So I would still want a piece of that defense, though, because Arsenal defense seem like the most solid defense, with the ability to also not just get you 10 points when clean sheeting.
Yeah.
Like, they get you mid-teens, which is better.
Yeah.
I would probably still hold on to Tomiyasu if I owned, or if he's free in a league, I would pick him up.
Like depth option. Surely he's going to get
option,
at least 1 or 2 games in the next few games.
In the busy, yeah, exactly. And their fixtures are decent, so.
Yeah, fair shout. Fair shout. Is there anyone else?
I want to talk about Ben Mee.
Let's talk about Ben Mee.
Double digits, yo.
Yeah, the only reason I was like unsure whether or not to talk about him is he's like 49% owned. I feel like he'd be owned in most leagues now.
Probably, but some people could be sleeping on it. The fact that he's
True.
back in, what's his name's injured, Collins.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, listen, Luton at home, Brighton away, Sheffield away. It's good fixtures, man.
Yeah, and I mean, he's back to keeping up with Ethan.
Yeah.
So it seems. Maybe not.
Yeah.
But.
Oh, I'd love to be a me Pinnock owner right now. If you had both, imagine that.
Yo.
No stress.
I know, right? Yeah, Joel Ward.
Yeah.
Palace, I thought were pretty much going to keep that clean sheet. Then they shit the bed, and then it really went away from them, I guess. Ward ghosted really well, though.
Yeah, 26% owned. I'm glad we're talking about so many defenders because there's a defender in my roster, and I'm sure other managers have him. Matty Cash. Oh, fuck me. Like, I'm gonna bitch about him on main pod, but my god, what a terrible hold that's been after his like golazo in all formats of all games. I think I have Cash.
Right. Okay.
But Joel Ward, I mean, regardless of whether he gets a clean sheet or not, he's getting points.
Yeah, like conceded 3 previous game week, still put up 7.5. Conceded 2 this game week, put up 12. But yes, he got the assist, but even if you take away that assist, it's not horrible. And like double digits in his last, in the game before the Everton one, right?
Yeah.
And yes, that was with the clean sheet, but still. I mean, Everton defense is pretty much fully owned now, I would say. Like, you're not getting Gehi, you're not getting Anderson, and unlikely you're getting Mitchell, so.
You know what I'd love to get my hands on? Toffolo, 47% owned.
Yeah, I would not mind a piece of Toffolo.
I think he got like 4 key passes this game week.
I think I saw that.
And they conceded 3 goals. They lost the game.
Again, yeah, that's the annoying part. Again, right? Because it happened before.
And yeah, he had a shot on target, ended on 4 points. Still, I'm taking that, bro. Like
True.
Like I was listening to like some other like fantasy content, and like Mark Southerns, he's a Forest fan, and like he was being asked on one of his pods, like who's the best Forest defender, and he's like Toffolo by far. Like even like in terms of crossing and stuff like that, he used to be one of their best defenders, like outlets from the back and stuff like that. And with Chris Wood playing up top, you never know.
Yeah. Wood ghosted well. I mean, I know we're jumping ahead, but
yeah, we'll get to him for sure. Midfield?
Sure. There are some like very heroic players this game week, I want to say. There were a lot of free agents who could have won you your matchup, like Lo Celso.
Let's start there. Good grab, hey?
Yeah, I mean, he had a very quiet first half.
Yeah.
But it's probably positional dependent, right? Like, he was forced to play this role where he's more central. Second half, he opened up a bit and was more involved. But that goal, yo.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Like, quiet in the sense, like, he didn't ghost at all in first half,
Correct.
right? Scored a screamer.
Yeah.
I think there was a deflection, obviously.
Yes.
But what I'm wondering though is if he started to ghost better because of that Bentancur injury.
Maybe. Quite
Right?
likely.
Because
think-
then Hodge comes on for Bentancur.
Exactly.
And you'd assume Hodge takes a more defensive approach because I feel like Lo Celso was the one sitting, Bentancur was the one going forward, linking up with the play, etc.
Yep.
Gil was fucking atrocious.
So I found he started the game very, eager, looked
Yeah.
exciting. Really, in the end, he was on the pitch way too long.
Oh, way too long.
So,
But Lo Celso, love that pick. 20
yeah.
points with the goal. You'd
Next,
assume he's somewhat nailed now until Madison's back?
Nailed, I think, is strong. But, I could see him, during this busy period, easily miss a game here and there.
Yeah.
And I think they'll try a few things. I think you might have mentioned that Rich is back sometime in December.
Mm.
So there are a few factors at play, but it also kind of depends on that Bentancur injury, I guess, if we're alluding to the fact that his uptick came when Bentancur went off.
Yeah. I mean, it's the last game of Game Week 14, and it's a tough fixture away to City. So I'd say stash him, and he
Right.
could just be like an emergency sub in for you if you need it.
Yeah, fair.
Like at that point, if you're losing your game week and you're coming up against somebody that owns City assets, like GG.
True. Yeah, and another heroic pick this game week, Clivert, yo.
Yeah, you grabbed him.
I grabbed him in Bash. Won me my matchup.
24% owned.
Yeah, so I don't know. I just felt like the fixture was plump, right?
Yeah.
But the goal was very, very fortunate. I don't know what the goalkeeper was doing out there. What is it I was going to say? I forgot. Great. Oh, right. It started about him scoring in all 5 European leagues. Great stat.
Oh, really? I'm
Yeah.
gonna drop that.
It
in
is in
the-
our Discord.
Ah, okay. Yeah, I've
Someone
been away,
else
man.
posted it. I heard it on the commentator say it. And then I saw it pop up in our Discord. I was like, nice.
Yeah. See? Come join the Discord, man. Come join. Where else can we look at? By the way, I mean, since we're on like Bournemouth boys, and the thing is, like, Clivert, great pick, good player, great dad. Is he gonna start the next game? Good fixture
Unlikely,
as well.
right?
That's the problem.
That is
right?
the problem. So, I guess we're looking for more nail players, especially going into this Christmas period.
Yeah. But I mean, if that's the case where Christmas period is the time for rotation, then he will get games.
True. With stashing, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah. By the way, Cook put down back-to-back, I think, 11 pointers.
Right.
He's still a steady Eddie, but is the steady Eddie ceiling higher because the fixtures are better?
It might be, I think so. But the fixtures remain good for a few more. So why not?
Yeah. So if you're desperate to plug someone safe, like, he's a safe pick.
Yep.
Did you own Schlupp this game week? I think you did, right?
I did. He was killing it in the first half.
Yeah, so he's 30% owned. Are you still looking to get him? Because I think he's still getting these early subs, right? Which are a bit weird and annoying.
Yeah. I'm happy to drop. I was hoping he does, fixture was right. I was hoping to see him do a bit more. So I also want to wait on the SA news regarding that injury. But I don't mind Schlupp, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think Palace on the whole, I want to see more output from. With Olise back, I hope SA is okay. But if they do tick along, I don't mind Schlupp. But I don't expect the world of him. Like you said, steady Eddie kind of vibes.
Yeah. So I think Kamara is missing the game for Aston Villa because I think he picked up his 5th yellow. So like game week 14.
Okay.
So that's why I put Tielemans on our sheet. 37% owned.
So Tilly got the assist, right? Like for Ollie's goal.
Yeah.
Really
Great
nice.
pass.
Yeah, exactly. Really nice link-up play between them. But you just know he has that quality to him.
Yeah.
It's actually a shame he can't break it to the squad to start.
Yeah.
But definitely worth a shout. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's worth a punt for sure. And yeah, I think it's worth a punt.
Agreed. What about your boy Goatmanson?
Oh, yo, name the pod after him and he smashes it. And what I do, bench him in all my leagues.
Lovely. I'm so sure you played your boy though, Brownhill.
Yeah, I mean, after we agreed that when I don't play Brownhill, he beasts, and when I play him, he doesn't beast. I think if you want to play Brownhill in your league, just DM me. Ask me what I'm gonna do.
Nice.
The thing is, when I was making that decision, I had Goodmanson in starting over Brownhill in all my leagues before the game week started because I was like, he's ghosting better, he's taking the set pieces, he's showing shooting data. But in my head, I was just like, oh, what if he gets a random injury? Oh, what if he comes off early? Brownhill's the captain. He's going to get 90 minutes. So I went with the safe pick. I should have gone with the upside. So.
Fair.
But yeah, he dropped 15.5 points. No attacking returns.
Yeah, it really looks a decent pick right now.
Yeah, I definitely be sticking him in as like my 4th midfielder at this point.
Yep.
Couple of kids, I don't know if worth mentioning, but they ghosted okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I know there's been so much hype around Mainu, right?
Yeah.
Finally got his start.
Yeah.
Looked the part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm skeptical he's going to continue. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not sure what to expect there. And then Miley is the other one we're talking about. Got the assist. Doesn't ghost that well though.
No. So Mainu over Miley.
Yeah. And then also skeptical of the minutes.
Yeah.
So, don't know. Eminem though. Eminem.
All right, let's move on to final one, which is forwards.
Okay, we got to start with Semenyo, yo.
Is it too late to get him now, though?
It is too late. In like all my leagues, he's gone now.
Yeah.
But finally gets that return. Double-digit haul.
When he starts, he plays well, man.
He really
Honestly.
does. Yeah.
25% own. If you can get him, get him.
Yeah, we've been talking about Bournemouth a while now.
Yeah.
The fixtures are just plump. And I think he's more nailed than not, right? Like, he's not Clivert. He's going to play minutes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, agreed. If you can get him, get him. Who next?
I mean, let's just go in order, I think, at this point. Neil.
Mopai.
He nearly scored versus Arsenal, by the way. Came on as a sub.
Yeah.
He's not going to be nailed,
Nope.
but the fixture is good.
They do turn good, yes.
So as an option to have on the bench for these next few game weeks?
My worry is that he's still not going to get that much time. I think he's a like wait for lineups pickup kind of guy. You don't need a bench.
Yeah. I mean, it's Saturday, 3 p.m. kickoff. If he doesn't start, you can drop him.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm saying you can grab him.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Another 3 p.m. kickoff. We shouted this boy. And
yeah, we did.
He finally came good.
So, did you see the first pen shout Bernie should have gotten?
No, actually.
I thought that one was clearer as a pen. The pen they actually got was kind of soft. But J-Rod stepped up I was so hoping Ariola saved that, but I mean, you know what? Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah.
It really is a shame they couldn't hold on.
Yeah. And Giroud's playing 90 minutes, yo. Like,
Yeah, he's replaced Lyle. He's getting the time. It just really is the team.
yeah. I mean, 17 points with a goal is still decent.
Definitely.
Yeah. Another player that we've been raving about, and I'm a little surprised his ownership is this low, and I think it's because he plays for Luton Town.
Yeah. Ogben
16% owned.
gets the assist. He's looked really, positive last few game weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Who did he play next? Well, you did say the fixtures get tough, so maybe he's worth holding on for one more, and then Arsenal City.
And then drop.
Yeah.
Both at home.
True.
You never know.
Both at home.
You expect both the other teams to kind of attack. They're going to leave space behind. So maybe he still has a decent floor to him.
Yeah. Fair.
Yeah.
He will have to put in the work too, like that defensive side of things.
Yeah. So Hoyland is injured.
Yep.
I don't think we really discussed the idea or even fathomed Tony Martial coming back into the fold. 18%.
Honestly,
owned.
no. We shouted him before. He did
Yeah.
get the start that time we shouted him,
Yeah.
but he did nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Exactly.
I didn't want to be burned again, so I just ignored him altogether. But
Same.
yo, he could have won people their game this game week.
Yeah. He dropped 19 points. I mean, granted, there's a goal and an assist
And
in there.
assist, yeah.
So
He did not ghost well, no.
It's not good.
It's not.
But if you want a Manchester United forward, look no further. I don't know. I probably would go with the likes of Jay versus Martial. I mean, look at the fixture as well. Burnley's playing Sheffield at home. United are playing away to Newcastle.
Yeah, agreed.
Don't get fooled by the points alone. Like, look at those underlying. So, Forest have a couple of guys worth mentioning. Callum Hudson-Odoi back from injury, got the assist, 10% owned, and Chris Wood 21% owned, starting up front because Awoniyi is injured. Any interest there?
So I grabbed Wood in one of my leagues. Unfortunately, I lost that one because I came up against Ilanga, had Wood.
Ugh.
But Wood did very well for no return.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we
7
know he has
points?
that potential. Yeah, I think it was 7.
Yeah.
We know, or 6.5 maybe, but we know he has that potential to get ghost points because his aerial threat, because other avenues as well. I do like Cho too, but I feel like Cho has to break his way into that squad.
Yeah. It's the injuries as well, right?
Yeah, true.
So, Morgan Gibbs-White took a penalty this game week.
Yep.
I was just wondering, was Chris Wood on the field then?
I think so. I don't think he was sub. Oh no, he was subbed off.
So I was not wondering, like,
Ooh.
if he was on the pitch, would he have gotten the penalty?
Ooh, I'm not sure. I still feel it's Gibbs-White.
Yeah, fair enough. Ollie McBurney, 19% owned, back from injury.
Smashed it 45 minutes.
Yeah, put up a similar sort of scoring profile like Jay Rodriguez, right?
Yep.
And they're facing each other. You kind of like that fixture for both strikers, I think.
Yeah, I do. I own McBurney. I grabbed him in one league. I was so annoyed to see that many points on my bench.
Yeah.
But nothing I would do there. Like, I would only start him versus easy opposition in easy fixtures, right? Like, sorry, in games he's starting too. Sorry, so I'm not gonna ever play him off the bench.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to own. He shows he can ghost well. Like, he's not just going to rely on a return like some of these other assets we've been mentioning.
Finally, Gil. I mean, yeah, he undid a lot of the attacks that Spurs had and was frustrating towards the end, but he put up 8 points in 70 minutes.
Yeah, he started off very brightly, as I mentioned before. And then more and more he got into the game, the worse decisions he was making. Like, he played a back pass that almost caught his own goalkeeper out. He was overplaying most things in the opposition box. I'm not sure how much. Like, is Ange going to give him a next game? Probably, but I don't think right away. I don't know.
I mean, the fixture coming up again, it's not a good one.
True.
They're going to have to play him, I think, because of all these injuries that they have.
Okay.
And it's one of those situations I feel like you're playing with a good team still. Like I think now that Ange had time, you kind of saw like his plan B better in this sense as well. And like playing with still good attacking players, like Brennan, like Son, like Kulu, he's still gonna have that ability to ghost well enough. So in that sense, like, I wouldn't be scared to start him in any other fixture, not Man City away.
Yeah. And I mean, it sucks, right? Because Ange looked like a lot of his play was, like you said, through Bentancur.
Yeah.
You know, and Bentancur has that ability to deliver that killer pass.
Yeah.
So that injury really hurt them, but I'm hoping it's not a long-term one. You just don't know when it comes to him. So I agree. Like, okay, any other fixture, I probably would pick him up and play him. But like you said, let's look out for Europe games. Let's see what happens there.
I mean, Spurs aren't in Europe, right? So,
oh yeah, you're right.
So the blessing is like Ange probably has more time to work on them. But again, I mean, it's the same thing as earlier. Is like I would still rather have J-Rod start for me, Semenyo start for me, Wood start for me. This game week.
Yeah. Once it, I mean, none of them are playing City, so agreed.
Yeah.
All of them have decent fixtures.
Yeah. Cool. That's it. Those are the picks, and that is the pod. Anything else you want to talk about before we sign off?
Let's do something fun. Top scorer in Wolves versus Fulham from each team.
Oh yeah, Monday night kickoff, right? I'm gonna go with Ait Nouri to smash it. Because I think I'm facing him in one league, and given how my leagues have gone this week, I'm gonna bank on that. And for Fulham, let's go Raul Jimenez.
Oh, nice. Okay, finally got that return
up against his old team.
Yeah. Like it.
I don't know how that's gonna work out. That a defender from the opposing team scores just as high as but he gets the attacking return. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Like Polini is missing for this game, so I'm worried for Fulham.
Yes, I would be too. I am going to go with Totti. I think he's been decently ghosting. Like, I think all the world centre backs decently ghost, but I feel like Totti has a random return in him at some point, somewhere, somehow. Actually, he got an assist, didn't he? Anyway, another random one.
Yeah.
But I'm just going to shout him for no particular reason other than he's not very highly owned. I don't think people are even looking at him. Willian, I'm going to shout as the Fulham dude. I really should just shout fair. Leno, Leno's probably just going to have to make a bunch of saves, but whatever.
Yeah, honestly, he probably will. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a solid shout. But yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Nothing else from me.
So we're not going to hear from you until probably the next Waiver pod, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they're going to come fast and furious from there on.
Yeah, so like we mentioned, we're probably not going to do regular pod after this week. So we'll do like a waiver pod for 15, a waiver pod for 16, waiver pod for 17, and maybe come back to regular pod where we recap Game Week 14, 15, 16, preview 17. And that's probably when you'll hear from Ryan again.
Yeah.
Cool. Until then, enjoy your time away. Good luck with the congestion of fixtures. I mean, he'll be in the Discord if you want to talk to him.
Oh, for sure.
So come join the Discord.
Yep. I will be asking questions too.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. I'll catch you when I catch you then, bro.
No worries. You too.
Peace.